Hey guys, so we have the high quality V-Jump scans out now for both Dokkan and Legends here. I'm going to go start with Dokkan and then we're going to go look at Legends afterwards. So not too much crazy stuff going on here. We have half a page for both games here. For Dokkan, it's very clear we are getting the Legendary Vegeta event. So for those of you who are familiar with the Legendary Goku event, we similarly recently also received a GT version of the Legendary Goku event. Now it looks like they're going to be releasing a Legendary Vegeta event. This is actually the same exact name that they gave to the Goku event, but instead of Goku, obviously, it's just Vegeta. So this opens up the doors for them to do a lot more with this style of event as well, right? You have Goku, and now you have Vegeta. They'll eventually do Frieza. They'll eventually do Cell, Kid Buu, or not just Kid Buu, but like all forms of Buu. Whatever characters have a bunch of forms, right? They're very, very likely to make events like this for them. I imagine Gohan will get one. You know, those characters that just have a ton of forms on them will probably get events like this. So imagine more of these will be coming. It is confirmed that this event will also be able to, you know, receive tickets from it. There's gacha tickets from here as well as stones. So I assume it's going to be the same structure as we've seen for the Legendary Goku events we've gotten. So the original one and then the GT one should be the exact same format. That's pretty much all the information we have here. You know, it looks like he's going from pretty much, I assume it's going to be like base, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan God, Blue, and the Blue Evolution or something like that. So looks like they're going to be using the LR Evolution Blue card art for the final phase there. Then this talks about the new Peton battle that's coming. And I guess the only other thing that we could sort of speculate on from the information we get from this V-Jump scan for Dokkan is this probably will tie in with whatever Dokkan Fest we're getting next for JP. So something Vegeta related. And keep in mind, the worldwide celebration is approaching very, very quickly. The worldwide celebration typically arrives at the end of August well, actually, no, it is the end of August typically when it arrives, right? Because I remember Vegito last year dropped on like the 29th of August or something around there. So it is coming up in about a little bit more than a month from now, so it's very close. I imagine whatever comes out for the next Dokkan Fest probably will tie in with the worldwide celebration. Maybe it won't, but I assume that it will, just because that's typically what they've done in the past few years, leading up to the the old download celebration and last year the worldwide celebration. So something Vegeta related. I know some people were speculating it could be Baby Vegeta, which maybe would lead into like a Super Saiyan 4 fusing Goku and Vegeta into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, versus like a transforming Sin Shenron into Omega Shenron. That's a very popular theory for the worldwide celebration. But it could be anything. I don't know. We'll see. But I think Vegeta, being the new event here, could tie into what we get for the next Dokkan Fest. So that's pretty much all we have for Dokkan. For Legends, looks like we're getting a new Majuub character coming. And then in terms of what it says here, it doesn't really give us much information on what he's actually able to do. But it does say that he's summonable, so it's confirmed that he's summonable. It doesn't say when he's coming out, but I assume that for a character like Majuub, they're probably going to do a Legends All-Star banner. So, I mean, we haven't gotten a Legends All-Star banner in a long time, since before the anniversary started. So it's been a while since we've gotten one. This will probably be the first Legends All-Star banner we will get post-anniversary. I'm recording this video on the 21st of July. I would imagine a week from now is when we will be getting this guy in the game for the All-Star banner. So the 28th of July is when I expect for this Majuub to come out. And then it talks about the Ginyu Zenkai, which he's coming out tonight. So it's very, very, I don't know. I don't really know what to expect about this guy. Because again, I mentioned this in my breakdown video. You need to run other Ginyu Force members with him, but like they all suck. So I don't know. What's interesting about this, though, is it actually mentions that he is yellow. Typically, they don't give us the colors and the typings of the new units that are going to come out in this game. But now it's actually telling us, hey, he's going to be yellow. So we can actually use that to sort of team build and speculate on what teams he's going to be on before he comes out. This is his green card up here. It's called the Inside Buster, whatever that means. I imagine this is probably going to be some kind of barrier similar to Buhan, stuff like that. So you can use it, like, honestly, like Nova Shenron as well, which is just funny because he's also a yellow GT in it, to knock back and combo off of it. It says this has effects such as drawing an arts card, so I guess if you land this, you can draw an arts card. And then the only real information we have on what he can do is down here, this one sentence here. It says he's going to power up whenever he draws cards, and the effects are going to be different depending on what type of card he draws. So I guess, for example, if he draws a strike card, he's going to be getting more strike damage. If he draws a blast card, he's going to be getting more blast damage. You draw a green card, you're going to be getting more key recovery. You draw a blue card, you're going to be getting, I don't know, draw speed or something like that. So it's a pretty interesting concept. You know, depending on what type of card you draw, you're going to be getting different kinds of buffs. So I guess if you want to build a team that specifically, you know, holds a lot of strike cards because you want to build this guy to be a strike, you know, centered unit, you can go ahead and build your team specifically for that. In terms of the teams this guy's going to fit on, I imagine he'll be on, obviously GT is a given, right? He has to be on GT. Fusion Warrior and then Regen are the two that I'm thinking he'll be on. I mean, we don't know for sure, but for Fusion Warriors, like, if they're going to include someone like Omega Shenron and Fusion Android 13 on here, then you have to imagine that they're going to include Oob, right? He literally fused with Fat Boo. It literally says right here, he fused with Boo. So I would be very, very surprised if he was not on the Fusion Warrior tag. And then Regen, this is a little bit more of a stretch, but I would not be surprised at all if he was actually on this tag. If they're going to put Super Baby 2 on the Regen tag, then I would be fairly surprised to not have this Majuub on the Regen team. Okay, so taking a look at what he can do in terms of his roles in these teams. So for GT, we have, for the two prominent yellow units, we have the LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku and then the Nova Shenron. I'm just going to tell you right now, it is not going to be difficult to take the yellow slot for this GT team. I am not a big fan of this Goku, and I am not a big fan of this Nova Shenron, so as long as this guy's like not horrible, he should be a shoo-in for the main yellow on GT, right? For Fusion Warrior, it's going to be a lot more difficult for him to be like the main Fusion Warrior character because of two reasons. Number one, I don't expect him to buff the Fusion Warrior tag with the Z ability, so he's going to be hurting the team if you decide to include him there. But I mean, like, it's similar to like Omega Shenron, right? Omega Shenron can fit on the team, but he doesn't buff the team with the Z ability, so he's not really helping the team out. And then number two, he's not going to be better than Vegeta Blue, or Gogeta Blue. I would be very, very surprised if he was better than Gogeta Blue. Maybe he is. Maybe he will be. Maybe they'll surprise us and make him very, very good. But I mean, it would be very, very difficult to replace this guy. At least at like a decent amount of stars, right? If you have this guy like 2-star and you have Majuub like 10-star, then yeah, obviously Majuub's going to be better. But just in a head-to-head competition, I would be very surprised if he was better than Gogeta Blue. For Regen, Regen is a tag that is very difficult to find a slot here for because there's just so many units on it. So him being yellow, I mean, his two competitors are going to be the Zenkai Demon King Piccolo and then the Zenkai LF Piccolo. I would be very, very surprised if he was better than both of them. But they have been making these all-star banners, like the main focus all-star banner units. Like, we've had MVP 17, we've had Purple Demon King Piccolo, Revival Goku. Like, all these all-star units that are like the main focus of the banner have all been pretty good. So maybe they make him good enough to run here. If you don't have these Zenkais, like, honestly, most players are not going to have LF Piccolo at Zenkai, right? They're just not going to. Demon King Piccolo, I would be pretty surprised if he was better than Demon King Piccolo Zenkai 7, but if you don't have either of those characters, this guy definitely will probably be a good unit to use for the Regen team here. Not really many other yellow units you could use. I mean, the Legends Road Zenkai Piccolo is also really, really good here. The Vanish Recovery is really powerful, and the support abilities are really strong as well, so that's another competitor. But I mean, it depends on what kind of role he fills too. Like, is he going to be a support unit, or is he going to be like a tank unit, or damage unit? We don't know. So that's really what we're looking at in terms of his teams here, I think. And then for the coloration, again, should be able to fit pretty easily on GT. I mean, honestly, if I was going to choose one of these tags for him to buff like the most, it would be GT. Like, please. I really don't think GT got the love that it deserved during the anniversary. So hopefully they do it justice with Oob here. But that's pretty much all we have for the actual V-Jump scan here. Let me know down below what you guys think of Majuub coming to Legends, as well as the the legendary Vegeta event coming to Dokkan, and then what you think the next Dokkan Fest might be as a result of this event coming out here. So hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you all in the next one.